season. Off semester.
Off semester, on screen.
Mm-hmm.
It's Sunday night. That means Herald of Rain Campaign. Welcome, everybody. How's everyone doing? How many energy drinks a day do you all consume, chat? Let us know. Apparently, I drink
the answer
too
should
many.
be not more than one.
Technically, if they made a bigger can, it would be one.
There is a certain amount you're not only supposed to have a certain amount of caffeine per day.
Yeah, I keep
Can't
it
believe
under
I'm being the healthy one here. I'm the unhealthy one.
I keep it
Look.
under the 300 milligram limit. I hover
I
around
think 1,000 is a dangerous limit.
I hover
But I'm
around
not a
200 milligrams of caffeine a day. 600 is enough for you to start having arrhythmias.
I don't know how much I have. I know I get free coffee in my break room on my breaks and lunch, so I always go get a coffee. So
question
I usually
is,
get like 3
It's as
coffees a
much.
day.
how
Unless you're
long can you go
frustrating.
without caffeine of some sort before you get a headache?
I can do it. I can drop anytime.
Mhm.
Without developing.
But I don't want to. But I don't want to drop it.
That's the most added response ever. I could drop it anytime I want. I swear.
I just don't want it.
I cannot go a full day if I get up at my 6 a.m. time. Well, if I work at 6 a.m., I get up at 5. If I don't have a Red Bull by noon, I start to feel my neck tighten up, and then I know it's not going to be a good afternoon.
Buddy, that means you have a problem.
Well, no, caffeine's.
I
an
don't
addictive
have that.
substance.
Oh well.
It's just 'cause you're a bitch.
Speaking of,
Thank you. That's my best
Addictive
friend, Goblin
substances.
Tuesday, right there. You guys should check him out. In fact, we have joined the Goblin Tuesday Extra Life charity campaign team, and that should be live later this week with all of our goals. We have to have a little sit-down discussion and finalize some incentives. But yeah, we have officially joined. Give the kids your money. You know, we have chosen to support Mac kids in Ontario. What was that for?
Yeah, give the kids your money. Get them out of Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's
Get them
not-
out of Canada.
Leave them there.
That's why we chose to
They're good.
support Mac kids in Hamilton, Ontario. But
This is a joke.
yeah,
Bonus points for anyone who can tell me why Hamilton is called the Hammer.
Because Alexander Hamilton fucked a lot. That's what I got from the musical.
No, I legitimately want to know because I can't figure it out.
Okay. I like my theory.
Well, I don't know the answer to that, but I could quickly improv something on the spot if that's what you want.
I already did that. Nobody appreciates my
Mhm.
improv skills.
But Alexander Hamilton was American,
Anyways.
not Canadian.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe they got inspired.
Well,
No.
let's get some quick announcements going.
Let's do that. Hello everybody, we're Quest and Jess. We stream 2 to 3 times per week. We'll just do real quick announcements before we begin the Herald of Rain today. I'm a little bit excited, so if I'm extra juiced up, it's because of that and not the Red Bull Mom, I swear. We stream today on Sundays. It's the Herald of Rain campaign. Assassins in the Middle East in the 13th century, cool shit. A little bit of magic in there for a little bit of fun. Otherwise, alternate Tuesdays, we have When Nine Let's Rise campaign, which is, think high fantasy, gods, old gods sort of losing power, new beings rising in power, and a bunch of dumb fucks in the middle of it all. So if you like that, join us every other week for When Nine Lights Rise, and if not, Viridia, Roots of Ruin, is held on Wednesdays, all at the same time, 9 p.m. EST. In Viridia, it's a little more classic fantasy, with some fun bits, because it's run by Booty, so you gotta expect the chaos. But if you don't have the time to catch us on EST, you can check out our YouTube. Both on Twitch and in YouTube, we're almost hitting a sub goal, and somebody will talk about it.
Yes, we are coming up on 200 followers on Twitch, and that's going to be a big milestone for us. So to celebrate that, we've put together kind of a crude list of different things we can do to celebrate hitting 200, and we're going to let our fans and our community vote on it. Some of the options could include, and we're still working on them, an Oops All Pugilists one-shot, Nikuman's 11, Amber's Puzzle Dungeon, Stilthaven Winter Ball, PvP one-shot with guests, so we'd run that, and then friends and fans would be playing it. Donnie's Beauty Salon one-shot, I don't know what that is. A Star Wars one-shot, and that's the list of stuff we got, ideas, and we'll finalize them a little bit and put them up for a vote as we get closer to 200 followers.
Yeah, and if you have any crazy, wacky ideas you want to throw our way and want us to consider, join our Discord. You can make suggestions there. We yap quite frequently, I do believe. And other times we post animal pictures and pictures of food. It's a good time. So come say hi, I think. Other than that, there's other stuff that we do. Azrael is doing TikToks. He recently did a really cool video that he's excited about because he got lots of views. Good job, you. He does TikToks, so check out Azrael's TikToks, or you can also check out Springer's glorious knives. Look at these. It matches perfectly with my hoodie. It's very nice, and it's great for killing player characters. That's all I'll say for today. No, seriously, go check out the knives. They're cool as fuck, and I use them every single day. Because they're good.
Yep, they cut as well as they look, and they look beautiful, so.
I'm a big fan of knives. Hey, Nexel, welcome. I think
It's
that
hard to go wrong with a nice, sharp, pretty, pointy thing.
Right? Next, swords. Now we just gotta get you to work. How do you feel, Springer, about axes and
I used to
swords?
have one.
I can do axes. They're not that difficult. So I've got 3 swords I'm working on, but I still got to build some of the tools to make it work, to finish them, to heat treat and stuff like that. So I got a bunch in progress.
It's good to have talented friends, because you just get to ask for cool stuff. And just witness. I'm kidding. Yeah. And witness them creating cool stuff. For example, I have never thought about smithing a knife in my life.
I have. I just don't have anywhere to put it.
I think I might get in trouble if I ship a sword to Europe.
God, it'd be so fucking cool, though.
I don't know the legality of that.
Think if it's not
maybe it's like customs look at it the other, like swords going to Europe. Don't swords usually come from Europe?
Interesting. Only one way to test that theory, and I hope you'll join us for the eventual culmination of that. But let's head on to today's episode. Does anybody want to do a little recap before we get into it? Remember, you get a little inspiration point. We have Aryun, Derek, and Fenric without one currently. I will point out people if you don't choose. Uno, dos, tres. All right, Derek, hit us with what you got. What do you remember? I'll walk with you through this one.
No. The recaps are for me.
Okay, how about this? I'm going to prompt you, and you work with me, and you tell me what you remember. We started off inside the little ritual temple called Atashka. What happened after that? Come on.
Someone else? Buddy. No. I don't need the inspiration. I'm human. I just get it for going to sleep.
God damn it. I'm going to take it away from you for that. Fenric, do you got something?
I suppose, though it's also going to be off top of my brain, so
let's go.
We'll see how well I remember. Alright, so we came back to our last session in the ending phase of a fight as we entered the temple. Our party was split up a bit as Musa was running down an old wily bastard as he was casting this really annoying magic all over the place and set up this awful, horrible, continuous earthquake layer action that hit everybody. I believe everybody kept falling on the floor except for like every round one person would manage to stand up. But eventually,
It was great.
Yes, it was horribly, yeah, just horrible. We eventually ended up running down the guy after he tried to go invisible, and then Nikaman went invisible, and there was a little bit of tomfoolery with some doors as people started getting frozen in place. I saved Derek from being frozen, and then Musa decided to get frozen. I think it was the turn after, at which point I just kind of let him fall on his face and moved on.
Right.
Glorious. Eventually, we did get to capture the old magic guy. We believed he was a necromancer causing all sorts of villainy at the place. And after looking at the fire brazier in the middle of this large room, eventually figured out it needed a key to turn it off. Because apparently this engine, it was just a car engine and somebody left it idling. So we eventually got that turned off, so the annoying earthquakes stopped, at which point we somewhat interrogated, somewhat just beat up the old guy. Ended up binding and then gagging, and then I threw a magic carpet at him because it was the first time I actually got to use it. Eventually brought him back outside as me and Musa started looting the temple. We went off to one room that had a couple chests and got through one of them. I believe the other two we left for Derek to go get because of fun. And after we got through there, we went back out and started talking to the old guy a little bit more. And as we kept talking to him, we realized that things weren't quite what we were led to believe. And eventually went to go loot through his room, where we found a letter, a secret letter of instructions from the Sultan, as this turned out to all be a test for future endeavors to see about our credibility for just in general use of how we may be of service to the Sultan. To make sure we could, be discreet, do a job properly, etc., etc. Because it also turned out there was a trapdoor that we had found previously that was covered in a bunch of chains. I believe it was like 32, 33, and some arcane warding. 33.
Exactly.
And some arcane warding to make sure the trapdoor was sealed from the outside, because it turned out to be a secret escape path for the royal family. And
There's one more interesting thing that happened.
yes, there were several dead bodies that we found that were from somewhere else. We talked to him, we looted the room, we were going to head back.
We killed a
You
demon.
want to tap in?
Oh yes,
You did kill it. Yeah.
we did find a shadow demon that had been locked in the temple for who knows how long, from whenever it was still a active Zoroastrian place. And hand, fingers. I'm not getting it.
No, he opened the door.
No, I
Yes.
was gonna say people recognize Nikaman,
That's true.
Oh,
but most of us
that's
don't know it. Just Derek.
There was a little tense moment, but we'll see what
Yes,
comes of that. It's probably not important.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Nikaman's a good guy. He gives presents to the children. He's never done anything bad.
He's never burned down an orphanage.
That would be terrible.
Yeah.
Technically, I don't think he burned it down. He just stood there and watched and didn't do
Which
anything.
in some ways is worse.
I mean, that's for lawyers to argue in court. That's how Musa sees it. if he were to know
Or
that this
warlock
happened.
patrons to determine.
Yeah, you know, it's like
Well, all that
I
aside, good
believe
in.
that was
Yeah.
everything. After those, small bullet points that I forgot, but
All good.
I believe
You covered
that's
most of it. Take your inspiration. And we will start off with you guys still at Atashka, the Temple of Fire, deciding what to do, because you have, in assumption, the ability to set off. There's also that other group of refugees that are behind you that I think maybe you recommended travel slightly at a distance or separately from you guys. You're like a day and a
I
half
think they
away
were
from the
gonna
main
travel
city.
with us and then wait outside of the city.
Yeah,
No,
you
they
can
were
do that as well.
traveling separately.
yeah, they're gonna
Okay, never
wait
mind.
about a day and a half outside of the city for Derek to smuggle him in later.
yes.
Or not a day and a half a day outside. It's in my notes.
Got it. My question is, what do you want to do when you come back to the city?
Well, on the way back,
If you will go back.
Musa's gonna be really nice to Mr. Ali Rustam, like
Mhm.
pouring water for him, and it's just strange because he went from beating on the guy to now being extra nice.
Isn't he still at the temple though?
Yes, he didn't want to go with you, although
Oh,
he
that's
did
right.
invite you guys to sit and have a little bit of tea, so you can do a little bit of brown nosing if you want to.
100%.
Bet.
Here's some water. Sorry about the ribs.
Give me like a sincerity check, like a persuasion. I'll say disadvantage. You did kick him several times.
Yeah. I even hit him while he was wrapped up in the carpet.
Yeah.
And I do not have good persuasion, so this is gonna be interesting.
Shocking.
Oh yeah, that's a natural 1 for a 0.
Okay. Very interesting. Well, he takes the cup that you give him, tosses it, and then fills it up himself, and continues drinking. Yeah, he doesn't like you very much. But he treats the rest of the party decently enough.
Nikaman's just quiet the whole time.
You have a day and a half to get back if there's anything you want to talk about.
So,
Or not.
we're not going to tell anybody that I, beat the shit out of that guy, right?
I think he's going to tell somebody. If he is who he says he is, and he actually has connection with the Sultan's gonna know you beat the shit out of him.
Nikaman will turn and look at Derek, and I'll just say, well, at the time he was a necromancer.
Yeah, he knew what he was getting into.
Yes, I do not believe we did anything extreme, anything too far. I don't know, too violent to him. I mean, it was all within the job. It wouldn't exactly be a good idea to be, nice and kind to a necromancer. I don't think a nice cup of tea would have solved the issue.
Except for all of that happened after he was tied up.
Yes, but that
And we
was
had
all in
to
the
actively
name
convince.
That
was All in
just
the name of
Enhanced
gathering.
interrogation
Not kill him.
techniques, nothing more.
Yeah, just interrogation.
I don't know. I think you're gonna be in trouble.
I don't believe it will lead to anything.
So I'm just going to be very quiet when we go back there because I don't want to draw attention to myself.
Nikaman, still looking at Derek, will say, they were witnesses to the necromancer. I think we can get him in the front gates if we tell him that.
I don't think any of the rest of us were privy to the Derek conversation with them about smuggling them in, were they? Or was no Nickerman was in the room, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
You tell me,
Continue on.
Derek.
Actually, I think Derek would be wanting to get like some kind of official sigil from what was his name? Ali? Just be like, you said you get them in.
Well, if we
What are you trying to get him to do?
Like sign something like in an official capacity so they can just walk through the front gates.
You have to persuade him to do that. His job is to stay there. The way he was going to smuggle them is through his own methods.
I don't need him to get them through the front gate. I just need something from him saying that the city guards would recognize comes from the authority of the Sultan to allow these people through the front gates.
Persuade him to help you.
Where is persuasion? Persuasion says that was a 2 for a 16.
Okay. He will grumble a little bit, but eventually find a piece of parchment and write down a rite of passage, and he puts an official stamp that he withdraws from a very secure location in some magical pocket dimension that he summons. Yes, he pulls it out of thin air and stamps the paper. And he says, "Here. Make sure
that's
you
so
do well
difficult?
by them."
He's already planned to. This just makes it easier.
Safe travels.
Well, then they can come with us.
Yeah.
There we go back.
All right.
Now, if the travelers are traveling with our party, Nikaman's gonna hang back like 50 yards.
You trailing behind everybody else?
Yeah, if they're all one big group, Nikaman's gonna hang back.
They tend to stick together.
No, I mean like our group and the extra travelers all traveling together in a pack.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. If we're all going together in a pack, Nikaman's gonna hang back 50 yards or so.
They would prefer to be near you guys, but unless anybody tells them not to be.
No, what he's saying is the group will stay with them, and Nikaman is going to be way the hell back.
I got that.
Okay.
So unless anybody chases off the refugees, they'll stay where they are. But if anybody wants to talk to Nikuman or notice his strange behavior, I'd say it's fairly obvious.
I'm just gonna talk
I
to the
think as-
refugees.
Okay.
Thank you for the raid.
Oh,
Thank you
Hey,
for the
welcome
raid.
on in.
Welcome.
welcome, raiders, and hello,
The name was
refugees.
good.
How are you?
Oh, there's several of them. Who are you speaking to?
I'm just randomly going up to different people in the traveling with us. Okay.
Okay. There's that goblin. There's that gnome lady that doesn't seem super talkative, but there's the twins that are fairly conversational.
So, what is it like having a twin?
Sometimes it is good and sometimes it is bad.
Do you ever
The good
fight over the
things-
same lady or man?
Luckily, we tend to have different preferences. We are not the same person. In that, I think we are lucky.
Where are you coming
Different
from?
tastes. Coming from? Well, my brother and I, the merchant lady is sort of talking to you, are, well, sort of travelers. We come from a further city away. Our houses were destroyed in certain raids, and by the horde. And so we traveled as far as we could to the Sultanate's new stronghold to sort of find some sort of shelter. This was about as far as we could go before all of our supplies ran out. What about yourself? Where do you come from?
I come from everywhere. I like to travel and never stay in one place very long.
That must be difficult, not having roots.
I like the flexibility.
I suppose there are benefits. Do you know about your... And she sort of pointedly looks at Nikomund where he's really far behind. Is he okay? Or...
The wood carver. I think he's just keeping watch from a wider angle. Moo's gonna look
Right,
back
well,
and
once we get
wave
to
at
Sydney.
Nikomund.
Nikomund's just rocking on his horse.
He's strange. He's not
160 yards,
usually
yeah.
this quiet.
Perhaps silence is for the best. We shall take our leave. Thank you for escorting us all the way into the city. We shall part our ways once we get there. Unless there is... You sure you will not accept payment?
I would love to accept payment.
No, we're not accepting payment.
They're not accepting payment. I am.
He's not accepting payment either.
They all look a little bit relieved at that. Well, first will work then. Thank you. Sincerely. If there's nothing else to discuss, you sort of make your way to the city, you're waved through by the guards. That piece of paper gets the others through with you.
I think along the way, Fender could have, I mean, like, it's pretty obvious Nikomund's hanging back, that I would just, like, kind of turn around and then just, like, stop Gobi until I get side by side with Nikomund. What is going on, my friend?
There were times that I was thankful for a clean break from my past. And I don't know if it's good to be reminded or not. Seems like a new life, you know?
I can understand that. But the past is the past, and now we are in the now. So, it could be a reminder, but whatever is going on, it was then, and now is now. So what is on your mind?
Bad things lead to good things. Are those bad things good?
I would believe that a bad thing is still a bad thing, but if you could turn the bad thing to, or not turn, but if the bad thing could help lead you to a good thing, then it may not balance out, but maybe you could turn it into something better. I am trying to do the best I can with having a face full of magic, and it has had its ups and downs, as we all know.
The good things we've done might not have ever happened if the bad things also never happened.
Indeed. If the bad things didn't happen, then I wouldn't be here, certainly. We would have never met in Samarkand and helped the people there. We wouldn't have been in Merv to help the people there, the emirs that we managed to keep alive.
That's it. I just don't know how to think about the things that happened. How to Do I accept them? Should I be proud of them? Should I be ashamed? I don't know. I don't know.
Perhaps you don't have to be anything, but merely accept that whatever happened, happened. And part of it, the was your journey that led you here. You may not necessarily have to be proud or scared or angry, but whatever happened, as we already said, led you here. And if you do good now, then in the end, I don't know. Maybe it balances out somewhere along the way.
Nikaman doesn't know what to say and just keeps riding.
I think
You get to
I
the
would
city
just,
center.
yeah, I would just stay next to him and just ride along in companionable silence.
Do we get a long rest on the trip back?
You get one long rest, yes. Go ahead and heal up and do everything that you need to do. Once you reach past the northern gate, let me just activate this so you can know where you are. Give me a second. There you go. Once you get past the northern gate, the refugees say their thanks and their goodbyes and sort of head off to figure out accommodations, where they want to go from here, what they can and can't afford, unless anybody wants to stop them for any reason. And then you are back in the city, with options available as to what you want to do right now. It is, let's say, past afternoon, but not quite evening yet.
We go see the Sultan.
Yes, we should get paid.
That seems like a good idea.
Well, you know where to go for that? The Citadel sits in the middle of the city, right next to the garden that you've been once before. You head towards there. Who is sort of doing the introductions? Who's leading the way to gain entrance?
Eric.
Works for me.
My vote is Derek.
Okay.
And somewhere along the way, or like right as we get close to the gate, I would try to find a quiet moment or somewhere where I could like duck behind something, or again like pretend to look through my wares as I hit myself at that disguise self again, since I used it last time, trying to make sure that I stay consistent with how I appeared to the Sultans. Like, wait, weren't you taller before?
So you make sure you have the right visage to see the Sultan and everybody else that guards his palace. Derek takes the lead. I assume you're just walking in there. How do you want to approach? You stop the guard, ask them what they want to do.
I would assume the guards are not just letting anyone walk into the palace. Yeah,
That's a good assumption.
Yeah. I mean, if you walk like you know what you're doing, people don't stop you, right? That's the way the world works.
That's how Musa gets
In the middle of a
everywhere.
war.
Honestly,
Okay.
90% of the time, that is, yeah.
You just need a clipboard and a hard hat, and you can get in anywhere.
That's just bonus, yeah.
Wasn't
yeah,
it meant-
that'll-
Don't forget the hit me vest and the ladder.
Yep, that would work too.
Yeah.
Because think about it. How many times do you stop a guy carrying a ladder somewhere?
Anyways, yeah, I guess I'd walk up to one of the guards and just very matter of factly mention that the Sultan is expecting us. Where the
Mm-hmm.
what do we go by? Oasis Road
Oasis Road Caravaneers.
Caravaneers.
Mm-hmm. They take a second, they check your papers, check to make sure you're within the time limit that you were given. You're brought into the Citadel. Let me get my notes. Oh la la. There we go. Alright. Well, it is a very well-built citadel. Well fortified. The walls are still towering. Some of them broken down and then rebuilt. Towers at each corner, and there's a massive wooden door that you walk through, reinforced with iron bands. And first you enter into a spacious courtyard. Smooth, polished stone. And there are still gardens and fountains, some of them a little worse for wear, chips, a little bit of cracks here and there, but they are still functioning, it seems, even now, in the midst of a war, with the approaching threat of the Horde. You can still hear birds singing and water trickling, and there is still a scent of fragrant flowers. The Khwarezmian flag takes your attention. It's very proudly standing against the sky, and sort of an act of defiance against the enemies of the Sultanates. But there is still that sense of somberness throughout the courtyard. There's tension amongst the soldiers, the officials, the slave guards standing around. They are still very aware of the threat closing in. They fear the Khaganate, they fear Hulagu, Han, who leads them, and possibly word of assassins has also spread. But you know a little bit more than the rest of them, and you know what you are bringing to these halls today. The beauty of the Citadel, the air of mystery and danger. You get the feeling there are still secrets hidden within its walls, and danger, that you are not currently aware of. You don't know if the Hashashin have already placed close allies inside this city, inside this castle. Maybe amongst anybody that's walking beside you right now. Any one of them could be a Hashashin. But you get escorted to the main courtyard, and for a second, the Gulam guards, the servant guards, look suspiciously in your direction. Some are pleading, some are threatened by you. But all of them are looking at you. In the center of the courtyard stands the Sultan, this time with Bungu Ilnara at his side, the leader of the Ashbringers, the Kulbaran, that you've met before, and as well as Timur Malik, who you have also met, standing at his side. He's sitting on a bench, the other two are standing respectfully near him, and the Sultan looks up to see you arriving. He sort of welcomes you over with a wave of the hand. The other two sort of stepping aside to give you some space to stand before him.
I'll walk up and say, "Job's done. We took the necromancer's head."
Okay. You see, the Sultan is sitting there and he looks fairly angry. Even before you started talking, it seems he was frustrated with something they were discussing. You took his head. Proof of your kill?
He had a spell or a curse of some kind that I guess he never wanted proof of his demise to be. I don't know what it was, but when this one, I point over to Musa, when his axe severed his head from his body, it began to dissolve almost immediately.
Give me a deception check.
Why?
You're not lying?
It's
That's
a
news
joke.
to me.
It's a
Okay.
joke.
I thought it was
Uh,
the test to just see his reaction.
Fox, what's your
Well-
favorite thing to hear from somebody?
What's my favorite thing to hear from somebody? School got cancelled. Plans got cancelled.
How about
Not
natural
natural
20
20?
for 26?
Son of a bitch. Well, that's
Can I
That's okay.
can I roll an insight on the Sultan's reactions?
You certainly can. Go for it. I'm gonna do some rules from my side as well. Let me
I'm gonna
just
jump
pull
in
up
on
the
that
sheet.
as well, because really this is all just the guys to
Yeah,
kind of like
Yeah,
judge his reaction.
That's a natural 20 for 22.
damn.
Musa
Just spam
just,
it all at the start of the session. Let's go.
I just look at Derek very visibly confused.
Uh-huh.
Nobody told
Is-
Musa we were going with this plan. He goes,
Nope.
what are you talking about?
It's a whopping
Look
7.
over my shoulder very pointedly at Musa.
Did you start saying that out loud, Musa, or are you just saying that's how you are reacting?
Oh no, that's 100%. If nobody told us we're going in and being, underhanded speech, Moose is just confused.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I got a whopping 7 on that insight. I'm just a little bit flabbergasted at what's going on.
Okay, what was your deception check, buddy?
The natural 20 for 26?
20 for 26. Gotcha. Sorry, let me just get my things straight. 1 second.
I'm assuming the dude had a way to communicate with said Sultan.
Well, I guess we'll find out. So Nikoma, you rolled a 16 on insight.
I'm looking at
Henrik
Bengu and Nora to see how she reacts.
Okay.
I got an 11 on insight.
Well, let's start one at a time. You get the feeling that they believe everything that you're saying, and your natural 20 picks up frustration from the Sultan. A profound disappointment. You see he sort of slumps back a little, and his hand goes to his sword belt, and he lets out this big, blustery sigh. Timur Malik, you see, sort of crosses his arms, instantly taking a little bit more of a hostile position. Even Bungu sort of just turns to regard the rest of you with a calm, placid expression. Nikman, what are you specifically trying to look for in her expression? Shock? Anger?
To kind of see if she was in on the plan or understood the Sultan's plan for what we were doing or what the mission was.
Let's see. With a 16, you get the feeling she's hard to read because her reaction doesn't change at all. She rolled a little bit higher than you. She basically just is reading the reactions of the Sultan and of Timur Malik and treating you accordingly. She's very much in deference to the two of them. She's not telling them anything, doesn't seem like she knows more. Just waiting for orders. Who else? Well, with that, you see the Sultan sort of shakes his head. You disappoint me, and I had such high hopes. There is something you do not tell me.
Well, we searched the grounds afterwards, and we did find kind of a hidden area that he took up his residence, and he had this paper. And hand over the note that we found, or that was given to us.
Timur Malik is the one who steps in front to grab it from you. Looks at the paper, shows it to the Sultan. The Sultan obviously knows exactly what this paper is. He doesn't even hide it.
Apparently,
I had
everyone loves
hoped
games. Nikomet says
in a
out loud.
time of war, it is not the love that motivates us, it is necessity. The test was to see your loyalty.
That's what Ali said.
We know.
I assumed that you knew.
And your intentions were what? To test us in return?
Yes?
To show power, to show...
No?
Then what?
The
Enlighten.
issue I have is I don't like being screwed around with. If you want us to do a job, have us do a job. Don't lie to us. Because I understand what Ali's position is. That makes sense. But what if I wasn't the one that got to him first? What if it was Musa that dealt with him the entire time and we didn't stop him from killing Ali?
Then we would know that you are, well, bloodthirsty and only to be trusted with certain specific jobs. It was a test of your character as much as your allegiance. And we have learned much.
Why would that show
As-
our allegiance to you?
You said you wanted him alive if possible. And let's say this ruse went through and we had killed him. How does that show poorly on us when you said you would accept proof of death?
Allow me to clarify some things. It appears there are parts that are still muddy to you. The way you handled this situation from beginning to end is proof of how you do everything else. Whether you search for intelligence or whether you rush through blindly. Whether you treat the poor and the innocent found within that establishment with kindness, with caution. Or whether you slaughter them, leave them to die. Same how you treat an old necromancer, someone who has dabbled in the Al-Gaib, with mercy or with cruelty. Every single step, every single action that you took reveals your character, your capabilities.
And what has been revealed?
That you are not the most trustworthy. You have a chip on your shoulder. That limits your use for us. It limits how much we will let you access the city and how much you are welcome within the Sultanate. Now we know where you stand. This is not the first time we have heard of you, or your exploits, naturally. One of your friends left a letter for you. And you see Timur Malik steps forward. It came a few days ago. And he holds out a sheaf of parchment for you, for anybody who wants to take it.
I'll take it.
Okay. It's a letter. There's a similar sigil that you know of. It's from Adem Ali. And it reads, "Dear friends, I regret to inform you that I have to leave Merv and head to Baghdad, which I believe to be the safest place for me. I fear only the Sultan in Isfahan and the Caliph in Baghdad can be trusted from this point on. That's why I didn't risk this letter sent to you directly, but instead made sure Timur Malik will be the one who receives it. May I see you in the House of Wisdom, if the paths are kind. Emir Yusuf Tegin also rides with me. he plans to join forces with the Sultan as well. And you see Bungu Inara sort of straightens up. We have just received reports not too long ago that Merv has fallen. And you see the Sultan gets that frustration on his face a little bit more obvious. My beloved brother surrendered the city to Hulagu Khan. Timur Malik sort of steps up in his calm, measured voice, but still, there is a measure of frustration in there. Hulagu and his horse masters will waste no time if they took the city without bloodshed. We must make preparations accordingly. With those few words, you get the sense that even in the days that you've been gone and the days that you've been traveling, stuff has been happening. Merv has been taken over by the Khaganate, and everybody's feeling a little bit of pressure. I want to do just a little bit of check-in. Questions? Yeah?
With my 22 insight, do I think that he's clocked me as a Khaganate? Or does he have any
Bungu
suspicion?
Ilnara, you actively talked to her and revealed that you trained in the Khaganate. Bungu Ilnara seems to be also step-trained. She is welcome here. You figure as long as she is not aligned with the Khaganate, she is welcome.
Yeah.
They seem a little bit more uncertain as to where you stand, especially with how you have reported back, especially right now.
I was nice to the dude. I'm just putting it out there. I was nice to the dude.
Yeah, but right now,
Oh, I don't know
Derek
why
is the one that
Derek's gonna dig.
speaks. Let's have a little explanation. Anybody has questions? Anybody has things that they want to clarify or comments that they want to make at this point?
Aryan's not saying a damn fucking thing.
Real quick, Moose is gonna whisper to Jim. Jim, what is the correct way to address a sultan?
Your Majesty, Your Eminence, Your Sultaniness, Your Saltiness. One or the other.
Musa is going to turn and look at the sultan. Your Eminence, Your Majesty, Your Saltiness. We went to the place. We were looking around. Your friend did some stuff. There was some fighting, but he surrendered, and we did not kill him. He did before we knew he was connected to you. I did get a little rough with questioning.
He just waits for you to continue.
And for that, I am sorry.
He gives a nod. Well, that I can work with. I need not you to be the sharpest knives, simply an efficient tool. I do not wish to use you to your detriment, but for us to work together, if possible. But for that, I need to be able to trust you. From what Adem has told me, he's speaking of Adem Ali. From what Adem has told me, it seems you have a private bone to pick or a personal vendetta against the Hashashin.
They killed a friend of ours, yes.
I hope our causes align, because I have no interest in being stabbed in the back by a Hashashin myself, or for any of my associates and generals.
We've got many reasons for wanting their utter destruction. But you said that you're not going to use this to our detriment, but you need trust. That trust needs to go both ways. If you want us to work effectively and efficiently, don't lie to us. That's all this was. I wanted to see if you were going to continue lying to us. And you didn't.
Mm.
Don't bullshit a bullshitter. Please. Sir.
Your manners could use improvement. Perhaps you're a little bit rusty, but
If I do recall
Sharper.
correctly, you told me to not do all of the courtly things that I've been raised on, so I'm just following your instruction. If you want the grandiose gestures and the bows, I will gladly. And just like goes into like the full European clothes are like brushing the
Curtsy.
floor. Pretty much, yeah. Like the step back and bow and all of that, and like looking up with like heads like a few inches off the floor and be like, "If you want this, I can give you this."
I
But
think
you
I
said
would
no.
settle for perhaps something in between. A little less, how do you say? Spite in your tone. If we are to be allies. And he sort of extends a hand to you. I think we can work.
I look pointedly at his hand for a moment, back up at him, little smirk, and then takes his hand. Deal. Just don't lie to us.
It was a unfortunately necessary ruse. I do not prefer those myself. Now, I know that you can handle yourselves, and there's only one task that I wish to assign to you. And I believe it would be beneficial for you to work with Bungu closely on this.
I agree.
My trusted commander has heard your deeds in other cities, as have we, and already respects you as warriors. She has, I believe, met you prior. She, you, and I all have a goal in common. Finding this poison in our city, this plague upon our minds. Bungu has leads, clues about important matters. I think a member of the Order itself. Maybe a leader, even. In the city, plotting against the Sultanate. And you have killed one or two before. Of the higher-ups. I think we will need your expertise for this task. If you are up for it.
We'll say yes. Yes, we're up for it.
I don't mean to be forward, but we were told to be compensated for our first task, even though that was a test. I apologize, but I'm a merchant, and these things, these contracts are always important to be fulfilled.
I think we
Besides,
can
are-
Priorities.
I think we can forego payment as a sign of good faith.
I was going to pay you anyways, but it worries me that your priority is gold when I have just disclosed an important mission to you.
Yes. No, this is not a priority, but supplies are a priority. We cannot chase down more Hashashin without being able to defend ourselves. We need to recover some more supplies. As you may, as you have already known, we have already done battle with them multiple times. Our effective tools are diminished. When dealing with these Hashashin, it is wise, I would believe, to bring things such as antidotes, necessary consumables such as these, and they do not last long.
You raise a decent point. I will talk with my quartermasters and see if I can... I will be paying you, naturally. I will be Consider that your payment for this and the job in the future. If you need more services, I can grant you access to our personal blacksmiths and other suppliers.
Look,
So long as you complete the mission.
we're in a big chamber with there's like servants and slave guards and things around, right?
We're out in the garden.
You're
Yeah,
in the
we're in a
middle of
garden.
like a big open area. There's a small private meeting happening on like
Okay.
a small bench in a garden. There's
I've-
noticeable distance from other people. They're not having a conversation about assassins in the middle of a throne room equivalent. No.
Okay. Yeah. Assassins. They could take the shape of other people.
I have heard they dabble in dark magics, but how do you mean specifically? Disguising
Like,
their
you mean-
selves?
No, he means in a very literal sense. We have seen it on multiple occasions. They can take the form and voice of another person. How they do this, we do not know. But when they get dead, they tend to go back to whatever they were before.
There's multiple of them in your experience.
Maybe.
Or
It's a
all of them can
possibility.
do that.
It seems like it might have been a special ability, but you need to consider the possibility that there's more than one of them, which we killed.
They also had some that could pretend to be dead and then get up and walk away.
Their tricks are numerous. That is worrying, but not unexpected. Do you believe you can handle their tricks? Or what resources you would need to outsmart them? Do you have a plan?
Our plans are in motion for gathering intelligence, but we don't know what we don't know.
Has anybody close to you started acting differently recently?
I have
Maybe
had to
they're-
close my circle a lot more than usual, but Bungu and Timur Malik I trust with my lives. We have been through much. As for the others, well, everybody has a pressure point, or so I've been told.
Don't know. I believe it may be a good idea to check those even you may not suspect, because that seems to be their typical MO. The last, for example, we see there was a guard who turned out to be one of these, one of the Hashashin. We thought he was an ordinary man, and all of a sudden he tried to kill one of the emirs. Stabbed him, he ran away, and unfortunately, I believe that one got away, but we got him later on.
Not just
But
the
it
guard,
turned
but
out that
this,
he had the same face and voice as I said, and then
not just
Sari
a,
Musa.
not just a guard, but his most closest bodyguard.
That's troubling. Have you... If I give you resources, would you be able to devise either a method or some sort of way of tracking down these individuals? Because that is a task I need of you. To be the knife that excises the rot from within whoever might be close to us. To outsmart the snake, as it were.
Just gonna get a very pensive look on my face for a bit as I start trying to think this out. I believe it is a very difficult task, but for maybe not the most obvious reasons. It is one thing for them to take someone over, but the fact that they are able to do so and have nobody suspect, even those closest to the person they have taken over, means they don't do this quickly, rashly. They must take their time to investigate this person, and not in a little detail. If they can do so successfully almost every time, then they must take down information about all the littlest of things. It trying to figure out.
Perhaps having a talk with my chief strategist, Bungu, and Timur Malik if you require his services, or any of my other generals if need be. Perhaps you could formulate a plan or a tactic of some sort in order to ascertain how you want to handle this. I trust your judgment. You have killed, from what I was told, at least one of their leaders prior.
Well, we have dealt with them on multiple occasions, but I'll kind of like turn to the rest of everyone and just kind of like eyebrow raise, like try to get everybody else's cues for like how's everyone feeling about this.
I think I'm going to speak up and say, I have one plan in motion, and it's not a very good plan. You've heard that we've lost a friend, and he basically provoked the assassins. And well, I've started to spread the word that he's still alive and he's in the city now. And maybe it just gives people hope. Maybe it lifts spirits, or maybe it provokes them to act before they're ready. But that's my tiny little plan before I get more intelligence, figure out what's happening.
To antagonize them, to lure them out, yes.
Yeah, they know he was with us, and I'm spreading it far and wide that he's alive, he's here, and he's going to save the city.
At the very least, it could ruffle feathers.
That was my thought.
Small tracks will eventually lead to the bigger animal. But you will have to scour the city.
Which we were doing until we got sent 3 days off into the desert.
Well, perhaps it was worth it in the end. You have access to more things than you would have alone, and you have the support of my office behind you. Alas, a meeting with my generals calls for me to away rather soon, but my advisors are open to meeting with you, should it be required, and if you must send a message to me, do so through them. And they will handle your payment as well. I hope this is a fruitful partnership for all of us, for the sake of the people.
Can I ask you a question before you go? Don't get offended. I've been many places. I've heard stories of your father. What makes you different?
What makes one man different from another? I try my best to bring my kingdom out from the bloodshed that my father has started with whatever I can scrape together. Because it is the dignity that they deserve.
And if you were in his shoes now, there were messengers here from the Horde. What would you do differently?
Well, to antagonize them would be to court death. And I do not think myself so arrogant. Life has been humbling. Send them away, reject them, perhaps. But outright kill them. Well, I guess we can only find out if I am ever in such a situation, but I hope I will choose a less destructive path. An interesting question. One that I've pondered many times before. What would I do differently? But we can only focus on the present. It requires attention. And I have people to feed. So I thank you for dealing with the knife at my back, while I deal with the people that are starving in the streets. And he just sort of looks into each of your eyes, just trying to get a read, like, to show his sincerity before he nods. Turns away. A couple of his guards follow him. But Bungu and Lara sort of stays at the back.
Now that's a good leader, guys. Better than Mr. Salty Pants, and I'm gonna poke Derek in the chest.
Mr. Salty Pants?
Yes, he is the saltiness. You are the salty pants.
Do you hear yourself talk?
Yes.
And you thought about this before you said it.
Yes.
Did it sound better in your mind?
Sounded the same.
I think therein lies his problem. Bungu and Lara just sort of casually comments.
I'm sorry. Let me apologize. And I'm going to cast Druidcraft and make some flowers.
Uh-huh.
It's an
And
art.
what kind of flowers?
It's just going for like some desert wildflower kind of vibe. Nothing
Sure.
too like grand romantic gesture, but definitely still a little on the nose. And hold them out to her.
She's just gonna raise an eyebrow and look at it. And what is the point of this?
They are flowers.
I can see that.
If we are to work together, I thought it would be nice. Gesture.
I don't have time or the patience to take care of flowers.
I'm gonna turn and try to hand them to Tamir Malik then.
Timur Malik is gone.
Oh no. I'm just gonna chuck them.
I see his Musa like looking around and be like, here. Oh.
Just drop the flowers at my side and just slink away.
Derek's watching this whole exchange and just goes, looks at Nikoma and goes, did I miss something?
Oh, yeah, you did miss something. That's right.
Does
He has a
Druidcraft make
brush.
permanent flowers? Or how does that work? Sorry, I don't know that cantrip very well.
I think you can create
Yep.
like a small flower blossom.
Oh boy.
So, Bangu, do you have any leads that we can start with?
She looks so much more relieved once you start talking her in. Yes! Mark. Well, one thing that we know is that there is... How do I say? The Hashashina are trying to track somebody in this town, from what I have gathered. A couple of interrogations, couple of beatings, opens up a treasure trove of information for you. In the past month, there was an emir that was murdered. Someone by the name of Suleiman of Tarsus from Anatolia. He had just come here to join forces with the Sultan before he was killed by magical means. We suspect this was their target, although I don't know what they seek to do next.
So they sought out
This, I believe.
Solomon, or they are seeking out someone new.
They have killed this person already. Through magical means. I do not know what their next step is. I figured you might have a little bit better luck of at least tracking clues or something down. Or giving me something to start with. To shake more trees and see what falls out.
Real quick, the lullabies at the temple, the ones that were flying around in that pattern, we don't know if any more about that, because we didn't see any more in the temple at all. Right?
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
If you want to flashback and say you want to do something, I can allow it. If you have something in mind. If it's like...
No, it was just that we didn't see any more going through the temple.
Well, because we got into a fight and then we weren't focused on the Al-Gaib.
I wouldn't say even after when you're looting, searching, they would have been obvious enough with you. I'm assuming you're paranoid enough to pop them in and out after you've seen them once. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You would not have seen more than those at the front door.
I'm not entirely sure how important it may be now, but you've heard of the plague in Samarkand, yes?
Yes.
The sickness chronicle.
Yes.
It was caused by, I don't know, moths, butterflies of the Gaib, and I saw
more of
a
magic.
few of them. Indeed, they are not visible to the naked eye. But through some means we can see them every now and then. But I did see a few of them at the temple where Ali is staying. They weren't behaving as we had seen them before. They were making a pattern in the air that actually allowed us to get through the magical door that he had locked in place. I have not seen any more here in the city yet, but we have not exactly had ample opportunity to look.
You suspect they might be thinking of spreading the plague here as well?
I don't know if they mean to spread the plague, but it seems that they have multiple uses. They innately try to spread the plague, but if they were hanging about the magical door making a pattern in the air, what else could they do?
If you think that is an avenue worth pursuing, I don't know how much help I can be, but I can... If you want to track them down, I can go with you, I suppose.
I don't know, as I said, I don't know if it is their primary thing here. They are probably looking to do something else, but it might be something to keep an eye on, is how many people are getting sick in the city, where they might be getting sick.
I shall keep an eye out amongst the guards. What I do know is this. Whoever killed the Amir used magical means to do so.
Can
so
you
I suspect the
tell us-
Hashashin would have that kind of capability as well.
Do you still have the body?
If we can... No. It has been quite a while since he has died. It would not have been proper.
What kind of
where
magical
he was
means?
buried?
Can find out that information for you. You wish to exhume the body?
I wish to conduct an autopsy.
That would not be proper, but
Well, it
Let
is
me
not
check with my
exactly
men.
proper to get killed by assassins.
Let me check with my men to see what happened to his body after it was taken care of, and I can get back
In
to
the
you.
meantime, could you tell us more about how he was killed? You say by magical means. How so?
Well, his body. There were marks of a fight, stab wounds and such. That much we were aware of. But when we examined, and some of our people examined, official, how do I say, medical people, healers and such, they determined that the wounds were made post-mortem. And that there was something else within his body, trails of darkness, of death, in his lungs even, spread amongst the inside of his body, that were determined to be the cause of death. Some form of dark magic, we were not able to ascertain exactly what it was.
Did the
Then you've already
Emir?
done an autopsy?
They examined the body because they had to determine what caused his death, yes. That's how we know it was magical. We did not... I mean, if you wish to do a second opinion, which I assume was what you were asking for, to look at it yourselves? Or to talk with the practitioner who has done the autopsy itself?
Above table, I'm wanting to do an autopsy for myself. It doesn't necessarily... Let's see. It would tell me more about him than the assassins, because I learn about the body itself, but resistances, vulnerabilities, immunities. But I would be interested in talking to the person who did the autopsy as well.
Well, I can get you that information. It'll take me a little bit of time, perhaps a day.
Did the Emir happen to be a big game player?
A big game player?
Like, chess
How?
or checkers or other types of games?
Was he renowned to be one? Let's see if she knows. There were... If I remember correctly, he was found at one of his... The room that he was found in. There was a board that was upturned, with pieces scattered all over. Almost as if he was in the middle of a game or something.
Did he have a house in the city?
Yes. Well, he was temporarily staying at the place before he was killed.
Is it still kept?
It has been closed down until... Well, it has bad... How to say... stories around it. People generally do not wish to live in a house where somebody has died.
Can we take a look at it?
I can arrange for it to be done.
The game board that was turned over, were any pieces missing?
I do not know. Perhaps the things are still in the house if you wish to check.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a good first stop.
Yes.
We can head to his house. If you got a seal or letter or say that'll get us in, and then you can find out from the doctors.
I can find out the place where his body was treated, who treated him, where he lived. Can get you that information, say, tomorrow?
Okay.
That would be appreciated. Oh.
Anything else?
From our experience in Merv, we believe they're going after another organization, these satraps. People who study in the Gaib. We do not know why, but
What about these satraps?
perhaps they were after the Suleiman because he either knew of them or he was a member of them.
You think the satraps killed him? Or the...
No, we believe the Shashin are targeting the satraps. The Suleiman may have been a satrap, or perhaps he knew of them.
Okay. Does that give you an avenue which to
It has been something
investigate
we've
somehow?
been trying to pursue, but the satraps are very difficult to find.
You think if you can find some evidence of their members or whatever here, you can find out why Suleiman might have died?
Perhaps. Or
So
perhaps they
interested
can
to see
tell
if he
us
was
why they're
one.
being killed.
Pardon, Arjun, what was that?
Sorry, also wondering to see if he was one.
Could give us some clues? Yes, I believe that would be good. Tell me what you would require if you need access to any places. I will break down the doors for you if I must.
I'm just gonna smile and just.
That's my job.
Oh.
I don't
I'll-
think having extra bodies would be a bad thing, but it is highly appreciated to actually have the forward help.
You need only say the word. If there is nothing else, you know where to find me.
Do we know where to find her?
Yeah,
Mhm.
you've been to
Yeah,
her.
we went and played chess in her.
Okay,
in her
so
town.
she's in the same place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's where she sleeps.
it's a camp.
She's
of,
in the middle of her army.
Yeah, it's a whole camp
Okay.
of mercenaries.
I
Mhm.
just wanted to make sure it was not a different place.
Nikaman's
didn't
gonna
know.
ask. Nikaman's gonna ask, what's your interest in all of this? I mean, you don't seem to be Arabic.
No, no, I am not. A good catch. Perhaps I will tell you my story. On a day when I am not so busy. Let's just say I protect the Sultan, and I protect my Kulberin, my Ashbringers. They have been my family, and the Sultan has treated us well. It is good business. It is good friendship. I have known him for a long time.
Okay, so you're hired to protect him.
Basically, part of his army.
Okay.
A small faction of his army.
That was it. That was my question.
Well, I am glad we have you to ask the questions, and I really hope you find the answers. Come, let me guide you out of the citadel.
Follow
What
along.
time of day is it?
It is now getting to like peak afternoon, like 3, 4 p.m.
Okay.
As she sort of leads you out the gate of the citadel, we're gonna take a break there, and we'll be right back in about 5 to 10 minutes. So grab some drinks, grab some snacks, and then we'll get the party started.
DM. When we get moving, Nikaman's gonna go back to talking to his little birdies, and you still owe me 3 pieces of information.
I got them for you.
Just reminding you. Okay, perfect.
Yep, it's in my notes. Strong body, right? Let me just pull it up at least.
We're back.
Welcome back, everybody.
Right.
I've got nerds.
Oh,
The cake is not
I
alive.
got Skittles. It isn't?
The cake is a lie.
I have cake.
Oh, nice. I'm not allowed to snack just yet. But yes, Musa, you were mentioning you
Yeah.
have been doing several grave robbing stuff. I think it's appropriate for you to level up and unlock some new skills after that last temple, especially.
Heck yeah. So at level 2,
Mhm.
and can now you advance into the next and can now achieve 2 specializations.
No, I am not old enough to understand the cake is a lie. I don't know what that is.
It's from the game
I
Portal.
know what is. Will it cake? No, I don't know that one.
No.
No.
In the game Portal, the AI bot that is tricking you into doing everything keeps promising you cake, and then as you go through, there's usually in pen or in blood written on the walls, the cake is a lie.
Jesus. Okay.
But
Well,
yeah,
Just
I want
remember, you will be baked, and there will be cake.
Sounds good to me. You can achieve 2 specialization, but for one, you're gonna get 1 now. And the next
Gotcha.
one, as you keep working, you'll unlock the next one. So which one would you like?
All right, guys, do I get sensitive feet or strong body?
Sensitive feet basically gives you tremor sense.
Mm-hmm.
For 30 feet, strong body gives you.
I think I'm
what
gonna
is it?
do
Resistance
strong
against
body.
poison.
What's it
Yeah,
do?
might be useful.
Buddy?
I get resistance to poison damage and have advantage on saving throws against poison and diseases.
Probably a good plan
Yes.
with assassins.
That's what I'm thinking. The tremor sense would
Just a
just be
little bit.
cool.
Tremor sense is nice, but we haven't been really going up against a bunch of like magical
We fought a
darkness or
bullet.
something where or
I'd have felt the bullet
Me-
coming.
Strong body. Okay, I'm just taking notes. All right. You have upgraded. Does anybody else feel like they're doing? I'll say you just unlock one, Derek. So no more for you right now.
Yeah.
Nikomant, I will say if you want, since you've consistently been selling and like giving stuff to kids as part of your subclass, if you want to unlock the next one, you're welcome to think it over. Tell me now or later.
Well, I'm working on useful tinkering, but I'm working it into role play. That's what I picked up.
Gotcha. Tell me when you want it.
Well, I'm gonna assume I have it, but like
Okay.
there's stuff I gotta do to activate it.
Gotcha. I'll drag it onto your sheet. Just remind me later. As of right now,
I do at some
Um,
point today want to spend more time training Shirun.
gotcha. Take note of that. Let's go. You guys walk out of the Citadel. Bungu is about to leave and sort of let you guys go on your way when you notice
Bengu
Timur Malik is also.
told us where the house is for Solomon, right?
She said she'll get you the exact location
Okay.
and ability to access it, like no trouble, but you can go there earlier if you want.
Well, we'll wait. I think we should
Yeah,
wait till we
she-
find out
Yeah,
exactly
she's
where it
gonna
is
get us everything
Yeah,
Yeah.
she said
tomorrow.
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 Mhm.
Okay.
So we basically have today to go
It's nighttime.
and do whatever we need.
It's evening.
Almost nighttime.
Not night yet.
Evening.
It's 4 p.m.
Late afternoon.
Day's just started.
That's like bedtime.
Mhm. But
That's
no,
great.
Fuck. What are you, like 5 years old?
Everybody could
me
use a
over
nap.
here going. It's like me over here going to my bed at 1 a.m. Like, yeah.
I'm in bed at 9 if I can help it.
no.
You guys are so
Uh,
old.
It feels great.
This insomnia
Probably
doesn't
does.
care about your earliness. I go to bed at 1 a.m. or go to my bed at 1 a.m. I fall asleep whenever my brain will allow it afterward.
I'm trying to fix my sleep times. I'm being better about it these couple of weeks. And by these couple of weeks, I mean the last 3 days. But we'll see how it goes. Speaking
So-
of...
I'm gonna
Nickman's-
feed Tenger, the
Okay.
hawk.
Gotcha. Nickman?
Nickman would like to sit outside the citadel, and since his architectural carvings were so popular, he's going to do one of the main citadel building.
Okay.
Nice.
I'll have you put a pause on that. Keep that in mind that you want to do that later. Because as you descend the stairs of the citadel...
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
something happens. Yes, I'd like to have something happen. Thank you. You notice, I would say, with your perception first, Derek, in the sky, there is clouds. Storm clouds on the horizon, sort of approaching. It's a kind of grand storm cloud as well, not just lazy, soft, light rain kind of thing. No, this is a proper storm. Unlike any seen in Isfahan for a very long time. And it starts raining.
Question.
And as you sort of head out... Yeah?
I cast Druidcraft every day. Is it supposed to rain today?
No.
That's not supposed to happen.
As you head
Storms
out,
aren't
you
supposed to
notice... One day I'll get through a sentence, I promise.
Sorry.
No, you're good. They never talk when you want them to talk. It's killing me. Ugh. Alright, I'm good. As you sort of head outside, it's okay. This is normal. You head outside of the Citadel. You notice there are other people milling about. It's the evening. They're going to get dinner. There's a crowd. And a crowd seems to be gathering. First, Derek, then Musa, then everybody else. You notice there's a strange figure in a black robe that's standing high up on one of the buildings, overlooking a central square somewhere in the city, close to the Citadel. And the storm almost seems to coalesce behind him, as if it's like a big play, and he's the star of the show. The clouds are his backdrop. The very storm, sort of just introducing him. And slowly over time, people begin to notice this strange fellow just standing there with his cloak billowing and the storm approaching. Let me just pull up a scene.
By the way, this music is bomb.
It's called The God King. I feel like it should be.
Oh no.
There is a man in black standing at the top. And the storm starts slowly. The cacophony of lightning, thunder rumbling in the distance. And there standing is a familiar face once you get close enough to see it. His posture, his way of standing. You've seen this before. The Herald of Rain, the harbinger of the violent storm, and the messenger of the ensuing deluge. You see before you the man who will change the world, the old man of the mountain, the central figure of scary stories told to children and nightmares seen at night. The man, the reason why the Shahs in their mighty walls feel insecure, and the man who discovered how to instill fear in empires just by killing one person. The person who invented the word assassination. Hassan Sabah stands atop that building. And beside him, he is not alone. There are subtle movements in the shadows all around him. Figures with these metallic masks. Too many to count. Too many to, if you look at one, you spot several others in your periphery, but by the time you turn to look at them, they disappear. Out of sight. All of them hiding in the shadows. Seemingly come to witness the Herald's message. Even the people in the street stop and turn to look at the strange man and his commanding presence and the storm at his back. Everybody has come to see the announcement in the midst of hundreds, maybe thousands of people. The man lifts, parting some of his black robe, and pulls out a severed head as a trophy, and he begins to speak to the masses. Many times I have been told that I am the bane of these lands. My name has been cursed, and my enemies have rejoiced in singing victory songs over my grave. However, I, who know all the threats and understand that order cannot be achieved through wars, intended to put an end to the fighting and the discord that the Silk Road has been experiencing. For centuries, I intended to do that, a noble cause. I still do. Rather than killing each other like savage animals in packs in the cradle of civilization, I did what was right. And I did whatever it took. Now turn and ask, and he points to the balcony where even the Sultan himself has come out. Turn and ask your beloved Sultan if his father could stop the Khaganate. Ask Muhammad Khwarazm Shah why he did not accept my help when his cities were falling and led his people to misery and disaster. Ask the Seljuk Empire why it was destroyed. Go ahead. Ask Sultan Sanjar himself, who now lies dead here in Merv. I have done what needed to be done. I have protected the Silk Road. And here in my hand is the evidence. The father of nightmares, bringer of disaster, harbinger of the apocalypse, Ogadei Khan, son of Genghis Khan. His head is here in my hand. My name is Hassan Sabah. My comrades, and now you see the assassins sort of gather up, moving a little bit into the light, whom I have trained, strengthened, and created, took his head, and together we took the first step towards peace. And now it is time for more. Whoever wants to turn the Silk Road into the battlefield, I will stand against them. I am not dead. I came to warn you about the rain that will fall and the deluge that will follow. You know where I am and what I am doing. My home is on the sacred hill of Alamut, the Eagle's Nest, and its gates are open to anyone who wants to escape the flood. As all of this is going on, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to maybe do things if you want. As all of this is happening. Mm-hmm.
As Nikaman's just staring up. Oh, okay, sorry.
No, you're good. I just want to say, you guys are at the entrance of the Citadel. You're watching all this happen. Bungu is next to you. Timur Malik is not too far away as well. And this guy's a little bit of a distance away. What do you want to do?
As Nikaman's staring at the speech, his eyes are just bright, flaring white. And he's staring at him out of the crowd. I don't even know if he's looking at me or he sees me, or sees Nikaman. That's what Nikaman's doing in the crowd. Mm-hmm. But like, not just colored white, but like actually bright white, flashing.
Blinding.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to ask each of you a little bit in turn. What's going on through your character's head? What's poppin'? Let's start with Musa.
Musa had definitely at least drawn one axe. He probably still has the shield on his back. Mm-hmm. And he's listening to what Hassan is saying, but years of mistrust in people have him scanning the crowd, looking for people who aren't mesmerized or watching this speech in fear, but moving through the crowd. Specifically, anybody moving towards our position or the Citadel, since right now we're being paid by the Sultan.
Okay. I'll give you a chance. What check do you want to roll? Perception, investigation, what do you have?
I'll do perception, and would this fall under detect the details? Sorry.
Small details.
It says when
I
you
feel
take
like with
the
the panic of
search
this
action,
situation-
detect a clue robbing a body, or noticing small details.
I'll say okay. I'll let you have this one. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Ugh. Come on.
An 11 won't do it.
11. I rolled 2
Around you-
sixes.
It's not so much that you aren't trying, but the crowd around you is panicked. This is a thing from stories, nightmares. They didn't expect to see it for themselves, and he is holding the head of the former leader of the Khaganate, literal son of Genghis Khan, in the middle of the city, and he's just holding in this act of flagrant disrespect towards whatever corpse that is there. And you sort of notice a little bit more of that as the people sort of panic and move. It's sort of a little bit claustrophobic as well, as they're sort of panicking and figuring out where to go. You get the sense that there might be some sort of something building up here.
Is there a high, like a railing or like a high vantage point I could try to muscle to in this moment?
I will say you can try to search for it, but we can come back to that
Okay.
in a little bit as we head on to the next person. Aryun, what's going on?
I think Aryun is in complete and utter shock
Mhm.
that he's holding the head of the guy
Mhm.
and who it is, and that the person she didn't think could be killed is currently being held up by his hair.
Mm-hmm. He was literally the leader, and there has been some rumor spreading of in the upper portions of like turmoil, even by the time that you left, but being able to sneak into the center of the Khaganate, because that's where like he would be in the middle of a war camp as the horde marches across military places. Hulagu Khan, one of the other sons, is currently taking over Merv, but he has gone straight for the head, Ogde himself.
Yeah, that's
So
kind
this
of
is
what's
beyond
going
like
through her.
brazen.
Too shocked to
Is
do
there
anything.
anything that you want to? Okay, perfect. Next, Derek. What do you got for me?
Derek, I think, is seen him out in the open like this. His first kind of reaction is to start looking for a way through the crowd to get as close as he can.
Mm-hmm.
Because his reaction is more just, there's an opportunity, I'm gonna go take it.
Okay. If you want to look through, you can do investigation, perception, same, or dexterity to move through the crowd as it's panicking.
Let's look at... Yeah, let's investigate. Yeah. Well, I had one good roll this game, and that was not it.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys got it all out at the start. Makes
Yeah.
my work a lot easier.
Yeah.
Um,
Exact opposite. That was a natural one.
Okay.
For a total of 10.
Interesting.
Actually, no, sorry. I'm reliable. That was a natural one for a total of 18.
Okay. Out of 18, you notice next to you, even Bungu is drawing her sword, seemingly ready to strike. Next to her, you see Timur Malik shouting out an order for her to stop because it's too dangerous. And everybody around you begins to cheer at the exact moment that you try and look for a way through. Maybe you can sneak a path. It's going to be difficult, but you can attempt to get closer. if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna push my way through.
All right. I'll need either strength or I'll let you say acrobatics.
Acrobatics is 2 for 17.
17 is not enough. You start getting into it. You head in. The crowd starts to push back. And the closer you get, the more you see the Hashashin sort of pop up. They're lining the roofs, the balconies, all around you. And there's more than you would think could be in one city. It's hard to count, even at this, because they're all wearing the same mask. It's kind of off-putting. Everybody looks exactly the same with the exception of Hassan Sabah. All have the exact same cloak, exact same mask that you have seen before. Maybe they haunt your nightmares sometimes. You see all of them as you sort of get a little bit closer, in unison, seem to remove something from under their robes as they begin to start to do that. It looks like to be a little crystal orb. Each single one of them seems to have some sort of glass orb in their hand. I think I'll move on to the next person. Nikuman, is there anything else that you want to do beyond what you were saying?
How far away is Hassan Sabah from us right now?
At least more than 120 feet, maybe 200.
200. How close are the assassins ringing the buildings around us?
You could probably find one closer. Maybe some of the surrounding buildings.
Now, are they like shoulder to shoulder on the buildings, or there's like one on each building, or?
They're scattered. They're not sticking close together. But they are like on one building you see one, maybe on a balcony you see another, and literally everywhere you look, there is at least one assassin sitting somewhere visibly, just watching the proceedings.
Nikuman's gonna try and follow Derek through the crowd to get closer.
I'll have you make a strength, athletics, or acrobatics yourself as well.
Nikuman's gonna use lucky. That's a 24. He's
Nice.
not gonna get ahead
You
of
are
Derek,
able-
but follow through.
You are able to buy Derek a bit of leeway where the crowd starts to crush him a little bit in their cheers and this intense emotion amongst this crowd that's happening right now.
And they are cheering him. They're happy that the Khan is dead.
Yeah, the leader of the thing that was threatening them, it appears either hysteria or something is happening. It's not quite clear. Is it fear? Is it happiness? Is it something in between? There's just high energy, and it's putting everybody on edge. Because in one moment it could tip either way. Either or, you know? It could become panic in a sudden moment. It could become a trampling sort of event. With a 24, you're able to use your considerable bulk and your warhammer to buy yourself a little bit more space and help Derek move the two of you a little bit closer to him. I'd say you're about 120 feet away from him now. Anything else?
Nikuman, as we get as close as we're gonna get, Nikuman will turn to Derek and say, I can light this up, but I don't know if that'd be healthy for us right now.
You do what you feel you need to do.
You got something for him?
No, Nikuman feels like he's gonna get trampled if Nikuman doesn't quite understand what the crowd is cheering for, or he's not gonna do anything
it's a difficult
right
situation.
now unless someone else leads off the attack or tells him to. Nikuman's gonna hold for now.
All right, you pause, taking that second of hesitation. Fenric.
I think seeing everything going on and seeing them pull out these orbs, I like to use the extra sight, the side of the Gaib to
Mhm.
keep an eye on everything, but I'd also like to, using my smaller stature, in the midst of the crowd, let the sky self drop away, so I'm just my regular size, to try to bob and weave as best as I can, and using Nikamund and Derek to kind of crowd surf for me.
Okay. All right. Once you bring up the sight of the Gaib, there's something that stands out to you as you look at where Hassan Sabah is standing proudly, seemingly carelessly amongst the elements. The sight of the Gaib reveals that he is actually. There's something around him, almost like a protective bubble of sorts that has formed. With the sight of the Gaib, it sort of reveals this sort of purplish, pinkish energy that's constantly just sort of in this very spherical shape hanging around him. It seems, as per usual, there is a performance going on, and he has made sure he has backup. Even to the naked eye, it doesn't seem like he does, but he has, like, stuff covering him. He has sort of some sort of protection going on, even with all his Hashashin standing behind him. As they pull out those orbs, the sight of the Gaib also reflects on each and every single one of them. There is some sort of essence within all of them that's linked. But if you want to find out what is it specifically, I'm going to need like an Arcana or some form of check for you to tell me their history or something. Or if you want to figure out other things.
I think I'll try to do a Arcana on the orbs.
Okay. DC's 18.
Yeah. Nice, not gonna touch it.
You've never seen one of those before. They are these strange little orbs of glass, not too much bigger than your hand. And there seem to be some sort of white, luminescent smoke captured within them. As we approach to the end of Fenrix, yes? Anything else?
No, I was just saying, using Nikamund and Derek, like I said, to help crowd surf for me, can I get ahead of them at all, or is it just keeping up with them through the crowd?
You could keep up with them. Ahead of them, you'd have to push for it. Like strength check or like a real good acrobatics check. The DC would be 20.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I can touch it, but because
Aren't halflings
we're
good at moving
120.
through people?
Say
Huh?
that again?
Aren't halflings good at moving through people? Isn't that a racial
have
ability
that.
they have?
Proficiency?
No, I thought it was just
No,
like an ability that they.
Halfling nimbleness. You can move through the space of any creature that is a size larger than you, but you can't stop in the same space.
It just lets you move through people's places without the downside of difficult terrain.
Okay.
I mean, if you
so
want.
from. No, sorry. Go ahead.
You want advantage on this check? Is that what you want?
I'll take it. Oh
Sure.
no.
We'll say if Derek wants to spend his next turn either helping you or Nikuman wants to help you, then I'll say you can take this with the advantage action. They're helping.
Nikaman won't help, but he's sitting back at 120 feet, ready.
I don't think Derek notices that Fenrix is around.
Valid.
All right.
Okay.
That's awesome.
So just for giggles, I will attempt an acrobatics because my goal is to get another 30 feet forward.
Sure.
Highly doubt this will work, but let's see what happens. Yeah. Wait, it's a 1. I can reroll runs.
Okay.
Try again? It's only 11.
You give it a good shot, but at some point, there's like this guy and this friend next to him, and they're just sort of like this meat wall that you can't sort of push through between the two of them. As you sort of try and figure out a way, the rest of you notice every single one of these Hashashin lift in synchronization, these crystal orbs above their head. and throw it at the exact same time. And I need everybody who's watching to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, because there is a bright light that flashes in a blinding manner across a wide space.
14.
Eagleman's going to
17.
use his inspiration reroll.
Okay. What did you get, Derek?
17.
I got a 17 as well. Sorry, 11 plus
Okay.
6.
Eagleman got 2 7s.
Oh, buddy. Okay, so only 2 of you passed the DC
Another
15. The rest of you are blinded for 3 turns, essentially. The 2 of you have quick enough reflexes to close your eyes, but even through that, you can see the flash of sudden brightness. And once that flash is gone, you're able to open your eyes immediately after without blinding yourselves. And you see every single assassin, including Hassan Sabah, disappeared. And at the exact same time, you sense a rumbling in the ground. It starts slow, and it builds.
Did Derek pass the check?
Derek did. Derek and
Musa.
your name. Musa, yeah.
Okay.
The 2 of them aren't blinded. 3 of you are. Next up, what do you want to do?
This
If anything.
rumbling, does it look like a bunch of people getting ready to run and potentially trample a bunch of people?
You want to give me a check to see? You're looking at the people. You want to do an insight? You do perception? Are you trying to... What are you trying to determine?
I'll do insight. I'm trying to judge how the crowd is responding to this sudden flash of bright light.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, I gotta stop rolling digital dice. 8.
Well, it's hard to tell because,
Wait,
like
I'm
I
gonna
was
use
mentioning
I'm
earlier...
gonna use my inspiration. Hang on.
Okay.
13 plus 5. 18.
18 is better. This is not the first time you've been in a panicked, energized sort of crowd, right? And you know how dangerous they can be, because it can go from 1 minute from positive to not so positive. You know that a lot of these people have been in a similar state. A lot of these people are refugees. A lot of them are on the brink of tension and brink of war with the Cognate. And what just happened was like a spark to a fire. Chances are it's very likely that there's going to be some sort of small riot or stampede that's going to happen, but the rumbling is not that. The people are very primed for some such event to happen. The rumbling is separate.
I am gonna
So,
look over at Bengu and Ariun, and you hear me say, "Get ready. Something's happening."
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Long Strider on myself.
I get on my
Okay.
horse.
This is Persia, right? Where we're at? Roughly Persia.
Sure.
I know what's happening. My character doesn't.
Enlighten us.
Persia and Iran get really bad earthquakes. Like really, really bad earthquakes.
Right
Funny
on
you
the
mentioned
nail.
that, because
Right
I was
ahead.
going to say the fact that Derek comes from Italy, which is also prone to earthquakes. Does this feel like it's going to be an earthquake?
It's gonna be the mother of all earthquakes, because essentially what just happened is, for my lovely audience, they used a high-level teleportation spell to get them all the fuck out of here. That kind of magic has backlash in this world. Some of you are familiar with this, and on this scale, well, it's gonna be fun, I think. It's this kind of time where I like to pull out a little clock, a series of checks that you have to pass before a certain amount of time passes. I'm gonna say there's 5 of you. Let's do a 6-point clock. Why not? This is escaping with your lives intact. Something like that, yeah? I'll just call
Oh,
it
and
the
you
earthquake
guys move
clock.
deeper into the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And you're blind, you sons of bitches.
Remember, kids, it's not just combats that can be deadly. I have a 6-piece earthquake clock. Stuff is gonna happen. For each pass, you fill the clock. For each fail, I remove one. And if you don't get to a safe enough space of my choosing by the end of when I call stop, I'm gonna have a timer going just in case, because why not? Why not? This seems fun. I won't tell you how much, but I will have a timer going on. Tell you how much. Why not? I'll give you guys 12 minutes? Yeah, let's do 12 minutes. I will start it, and if by the end of these 12 minutes you haven't figured out what the fuck you want to do, shit's gonna hit the fan. Alright?
Why don't
We
we
Gucci?
just go into the gardens we're in?
You tell me.
We're
You
not
gotta
in
figure
the
it out.
gardens. We're on the steps in a massive crowd of people.
I'm on my horse.
Is there any questions before I click start on the timer that you want to clarify? I will give you this chance.
We're currently blinded.
3 of you are...
Yeah.
Okay, let me just pull out your tokens so you can figure out who is who.
I'm blind.
What's happening.
Yep, I'm blind. And I believe you are too, Nikamant? I think
Yeah.
it was just Musa and Derek that made it out with their sight.
Yep.
Wait, look,
And
it
that's-
wasn't clear that the earthquake started before or after we could see again.
I'll clarify for you guys. We will do it, I guess, in a sort of initiative. Hello, please select. I'm trying to do something here.
I was really hoping to get that 30 feet so I could maybe pull off a vortex warp to warp the guy in front of Derek.
He's protected by
Would've
an
been something.
anti-magic field or something stupid like that.
It's
Yeah,
not
I
anti-magic
figured that was
field.
probably
It's not
a
that
good-
high
I
level,
was-
but
No,
something.
but something.
I
Mhm.
figured it was probably a shield adjacent something, so I was like, maybe not a
You
straight
can also
attack.
just be honest and be like, he is protected by legendary resistance.
Yeah, but still, I could have tried.
Not
It
you,
worked
you're
on
doing
Archibald, damn it.
It is a different spell. It's I
You
keep
don't have
putting
to tell
blindness
us.
on the wrong people. Don't have to tell you. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah.
Secrets are meant to be secret. Blinded, blinded, blinded. The 3 of you are blinded. Okay. We have... You were sort of in front. You were sort of us behind. You were in front of them. Nikoman was there. Ari and you were at the back.
Mhm.
Alright.
And we
Let's get into it,
came
shall we?
directly to see the Sultan, so we have all of our animals with us.
If you want, yeah. I figured you would. You came directly after, so I'll put your 2 pets with you. The rest will just cover them as is. Tanger's probably fine. He can just fly away.
Yeah.
But the rest of you are...
He's just looking at the ground like, why is everybody breakdancing?
No, he can feel the ground rumble. Fenric, have you rolled your initiative?
Sorry, I thought I did.
It's just a general order, so I know I don't miss anybody.
Concentrating. No? Here we go, roll initiative.
Trying to target myself. I didn't know if there's a effect for Longstride or not.
There is. Go. 16. Alright. We're gonna start off with Derek. And I'm gonna start the timer. Ready, set, go.
Derek has nothing.
Okay. You wish to remain there? Move anywhere?
Well, you see Nikoman, he's blinking his
Nikoman's
eyes.
clearly-
And obviously, he can't see.
Yeah. Nothing. Just grab Nikomon because I don't think I would still realize that Fenrir's right there and just start pulling him.
You have a
Yes.
passive perception of 20. I think you would realize.
He's short in a crowd of people.
You can roll for it if you want.
Let's see. I see him. It's the natural 20. I see him.
Of course, you're gonna waste the natural 20.
You
Yep,
walk
of
right
course.
into him.
Grab both and start pulling in a direction that I would assume is going to be more open.
How are you assuming that it's more open? You're trying to remember where it would be?
Well, this is all just in front of the citadel, right?
Mhm.
Could I see the map?
Sure.
So like this is happening in like this area, right?
Somewhere around here. Let me ping it. Somewhere around here.
Actually doesn't seem like a bad place to be. Like, get away from
Other
the
than
trees,
crowd is
maybe?
right there.
Yeah. I guess maybe pulling back to the citadel?
Okay.
And just be like, this is not gonna go well.
All right. How do you want to contribute to this clock? Do you want to use your strength? Do you want to use your leadership to convince them to move, follow you? Give me something. How are you contributing?
Go with persuasion?
Okay.
Just being like, this is dangerous. We need to leave. We need to leave now.
The hell is happening? Why can't I see?
It's gonna be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 gets you a pass. That's one tick on the clock. You are able to get the two of them. You get the scruff around Fenric's neck. You grab onto Nikoman's bicep or whatever, and you sort of mom walk them in the direction that you know is safer, pushing through the crowd that is panicking around you guys.
I don't even go so far as to say, like, there's a sense of fear that you've never seen with Derek before as well.
Still haven't seen it.
Maybe his hands are shaking.
You feel that sense of urgency. Smartass.
His hands are shaking. Where are we going?
All right.
What is the plan?
Who's next? It's Aryan.
Bangu, where do we need to go?
Retreat to a clear area. I need to gather my soldiers. And you see she starts to lead people. Her and Timur Malik are sort of working together, sort of get something going. Trying to lead people into, actually out of the Citadel. Because the Citadel might be at risk of collapsing.
Citadel might be a risk of collapsing.
It's a building. Bad place to be in an earthquake.
Can I start trying to clear the crowd with Shirun?
Clear the crowd with Shirun. Do you want like an animal handling or do you want to do like a charisma?
I kind of want to do an intimidation check using our Shirun and Tekwani to try and get
Do it.
everybody to move out of my way.
Alright.
If
DC,
Tekwani
say-
helps me, can she give me advantage?
Is Tekwani ferocious? I'll say
Yeah. She's a war dog, man.
she does have that. I'll say you get advantage. Intimidation check.
Fucking 14.
That's not gonna make it.
Nope. It doesn't help.
All
at
right. That doesn't advance the clock, but it's not a critical failure. Musa.
I would like to. Oh shoot! If I do that, then I lose my movement. I would like to first. Yeah, I wasted that spell. It's not a big deal. I'm gonna rage
Okay.
because I need that more than I need the extra 10 feet. And
Sure, you rage.
now that I'm raging, I get to move half my movement speed
Mm-hmm.
as part of the bonus action I used to begin raging. So I'm going to use that to start moving. I don't know how far 20 feet of movement gets me in this crowd, But as I'm going to yell at everybody, get somewhere safe, somewhere open, and try to intimidate people with my fierceness. As I have
Okay.
one axe in one hand and I'm shouting instructions to people. And since I'm raging, I can use strength instead of charisma for my intimidation check.
Go for it. For my lovely chat, we are at 5 minutes 56 seconds.
Left?
Mm-hmm.
We haven't even gotten through everybody.
12 minutes in real time.
Make it as a strength
Maybe.
check.
Urgency, people. Urgency.
And I have advantage on strength checks. So that is a 22.
That will advance the clock. You managed to successfully break a decent chunk of people away and push them into a clear area. You're doing good? Nikamund, you're up.
Nikamund is going to reach over to Fenric,
Mm-hmm.
cast Lesser Restoration.
Yes.
So Fenric can see. Nikamund's still blind.
Mhm.
And Nikamund's just going to let himself be led, and there's really not much else he can do. He has no idea what's happening, why the ground is still shaking, there's not much he can do while he can't see, but Fenric now can see.
Awesome.
Fenric.
Looking around with my newly given vision, can I look for the thickest clump of people who seem to be panicking or on the
Sure.
verge of stampeding?
You want to use your passive or active check? What are you trying to do?
I'd like to cause whatever part of the crowd seems like it's about to, like I said, about to stampede and cause issues to slow them.
Mhm. You want to slow the crowd, okay?
Yeah, to
Um,
try to make sure that people don't start trampling each other.
what level is slow? Do you need to make a save if you're doing that spell?
It's
Just
a
making
third. And it's the first one I'd have cast today, so I shouldn't set off any triggers.
sure. Okay. Go ahead and use that spell slot, and then I'll have you make just a dexterity check for me, just to see how fast you can get it off. Or if you want, maybe an arcana check to see how many people you can affect using the strength of your magic to contribute to this clock, which is
Yeah,
still at
'cause
2
I
out of
can
6.
see- Yeah, each target must succeed. Okay, so I can only do it to up to 6, but so I'll try to
That's
find
fine.
the 6 most that look like they're about to break. I will do Arcana
Sure.
because I am better at that one. 13 off a straight roll.
Uh, I'm gonna roll opposing because this is just painful. Luckily for you, they rolled an 8. So it's not bad. I'll give you one tick. We got 2 minutes 38 left on the clock. What else do you got for me?
That'd be it for now because I can't bonus action anything helpful after a leveled spell.
Okay. Derek, back to
Does
you.
it look like the crowd's like starting to thin?
Let's roll for it, shall we? Ugh, it is not looking good. I just rolled an 8. They are close to being, like, at least led somewhere, but some of them are still panicking, and the confusion is just sort of building up. Combined with the light, combined with the slow spell going off, it's bad.
I guess looking at Nikoma, knowing that he's still blind, say like you have a way to amplify your voice, tell these people there's an earthquake and they need to get safe. That's all I got.
Do you want to give him the help action, essentially?
Sure.
Okay.
Am I still blind?
Arian, what round is this? 2. I said at the end of this round, you'll have lost blindness. 1 round being the previous one. While all the
Okay.
shit was going on. You are still blind, but you can rely on Tekwani and Shirun, because you do have a decent enough bond with them.
Okay.
Cushions, what do you want to do?
I want to drop my mask.
Mhm.
And I want to... I want Tekwani to start, like, pushing into the crowd. Or not Tekwani, Shirun.
Shirun. Okay, what is your end goal with this? To herd them somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me an animal handling check. I won't give you disadvantage
19.
even though it's blind. Okay, that's good enough to get you 1 success level. You're 2 away from full success.
That's
Time is technically up, but I'll give you guys a couple seconds. Who's else? Who's else? Who's else?
Can I find? Are there any like kids that are at risk of getting trampled?
There's a few here and there.
Can I pick like 2 of them up and put them on my shoulders if I can? Big, strong, raging
Sure.
barbarian man. And then
You want to use an athletics check to grab as many like vulnerable people and just sort of
I'm
carry them
just
to safety.
old ladies, old men, people with disabilities, children. I'm just grabbing anybody I can.
You can do strength. You can do dexterity to see like
You said
saving
athletics,
throw or
right?
something to see your speed. Either way, you
Athletics,
can tell me
fine, I
which
get advantage
flavor you
on
want to go with.
athletics. I'm gonna use
Okay.
my bonus action to maintain my rage. 25.
Okay.
Athletics.
That's another success. Good. 1 away.
It's my turn.
Nicoment is going to use thaumaturgy, giving a booming voice. He's going to yell out as loud as he can, "There's an earthquake! Get to a safe space!" And then he's going to turn right into Derek's face and yell, "What's an earthquake?"
This is your first time? It's an experience.
I want you to roll intimidation or persuasion with advantage. You get a chance.
I'll roll persuasion with advantage.
Okay.
Ooh. That's a 17.
Close. You will be able to pass. You successfully complete the time, although there are some casualties that are taken. Buildings that collapse, certain more vulnerable parts of buildings like taller towers, chunks of rock do fall down. There are people injured, limbs that are crushed, other people that take scrapes and bruises from the rubble. Some people get eye injuries just from the dust and everything. Either way, it is pandemonium in the aftermath of this. You all managed to make it out alive and relatively unharmed. You have saved a couple of people, which does good to your credit amongst everybody here. What do you want to do next?
So
As the dust starts to settle.
the earthquake has happened, chaos, pandemonium,
Yes.
buildings down, and Nicoman can see now.
People
right?
injured. Yes, yes.
Nicoman's going to start moving around, trying to help injured people, dig them out, stuff like that, just in the immediate vicinity.
Okay.
And if a person is dying or is just about to die, he'll use a single pulse of healing light and he'll try and hide it as best as possible to heal them. And I've
Okay.
got 8 of those.
At least 8 people you can save. Perfect. Got it. What is
And-
everybody else doing?
And every single person I go up to when this happens, whether or not I heal them, I'm gonna say, Did you see? Hakim the hero showed up and they all ran.
That's good. That's good. It'll work
And-
in your favor. I'll put a point.
Okay. So that's what Nikuman's doing, going around helping people, healing where absolutely necessary, but bandaging and stuff like that where it's not vital.
Okay. What else?
I have minor illusion,
Mhm.
which I realize I could have bonus action to help, but it can make any sound. I feel like I'm gonna pop it in chat. No, not summon. Just steady check. Okay, cool. That got it in chat. It can make any sound, from a whisper to a scream, etc., etc. My voice, someone else's.
Mhm.
I'd like to, in as loud of a voice, but like as loud of a like a commanding voice, as I copy the Sultan's voice, since we just talked to him. I like to send the Sultan's voice across the crowd, saying, "Everyone, please remain calm. Help your neighbors, help the wounded, and find, Bungie
Bungu?
or that one. I'm forgetting. Bleh.
It's okay.
Names went sideways.
All
Those
good.
two people,
Mhm.
in front of the citadel, and I'm going, and that can last for a full minute. So I'm going to have
Not
that
in front of the citadel.
not on repeat, but
Mhm.
I'm gonna have that go across the crowd.
I want to check from you, like, it's very innovative. I want to reward this. It's a great use of the spell. Identity theft is not a joke, but sometimes it's useful, you know?
Identity theft is a crime, Jim.
But what do you want to do? Do you want to do a persuasion? You want to do a deception? What do you got? Let's see how well this goes.
I'll do a persuasion. And
Okay. Let's see how persuasive you can make them think that the Sultan is among them giving orders.
Well, they saw him during the
Second
guy's
ago,
speech.
yeah.
Like he was out and about. But if I can fudge this as a like a trader thing, I have advantage whenever I'm trying to make a bargain for the price of an item or a service. So if I can,
No, this is not going
No.
to apply.
everybody go over here, please. Okay, I figured I'd try.
For the price of about $3.50, if you go here, you'll be safe.
I appreciate the attempt, but no.
In that case, oh man.
You have inspiration.
Oh, I forgot I have inspiration. Okay, yeah. I will roll it, and then yeah, it's bad. I'm gonna roll the real dice because that one's screwing with me. So I'm
Mhm,
gonna use my
mhm.
inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 9 plus 7, 16.
Better. At first you start off, there's a crack in the voice even as you try to do the minor illusion. And just for a second, some people that are stunned and dazed just kind of look confused as to what the fuck is going on. But you get into it. You do your best calming, I'm in charge voice, and you channel the energy of the Sultan well enough that these stunned people don't realize too much about the details. It's still in the middle of a panic, and they sort of listen to this voice of authority and start moving in a calm and orderly fashion towards the Seljuk Citadel. Anything else?
That was my
Derek's
dice.
feeling a little one-minded, and he wants to go up to the building that Hassan Sabah was on, and he's going to look for any information or any clues that might have been possibly left up there, if anything.
Go ahead. Are you going alone? You making other people go with you? What do you got?
No, he's just going on his own.
Okay. You head out on your own to start heading in that direction. as for everybody else, you see Ismail Togrul and his captain's guard eventually come in, take control of the streets. Timur Malik takes a position of authority, starts organizing martial law. Even the Sultan has sort of intends to start like an emergency council meeting, and they send a runner to you guys to come to it, but it's in a little bit of time for everybody to just get their bearings before attending the emergency council meeting. So you have a little bit of time. I'd say like 30 minutes or so. Derek, you head up there.
Oh, sorry, you continue.
No, you go ahead. What do you want to do?
Oh, I just want to start clearing the bigger pieces of rubble with Shirun. Horsepower and all that
You start
shit.
clearing the way out of the essential pathways for people to get like the medically injured and sick and all that, like especially the main thoroughfares. That's nice. It's very good. Let's see. You're going up there to investigate. How are you doing?
Yes.
Yeah,
How am I doing it? I'm just climbing the
When
building
you-
with my
Okay.
climbing speed.
You get up there, and right at the top of the building, sitting unceremoniously, is the head of Agdai Khan, just looking at you. Glassy-eyed.
I kind of picture that as like coming up, like getting that last little bit, coming over and seeing the head there, just going, ah. Well, that's unsettling.
That's exactly what happens.
Yeah, just coming up and like searching around on the rooftop to see if there were any traces, or any clues or things that might lead us in the right direction.
Sure.
How he got there, something like that.
Check of choice. You want to do an investigation? You want to do an arcana? What do you got?
Investigation. Can we say the magic words again?
Natural 20?
Natural 20 for 28.
Very nice, very nice. The sort of panic. You tell me what brings you into that perfect state of focus as you're examining what's left of this crime scene.
I'd say it's mostly just everything that's happened. It's less of, I'd say it's almost like a obsessive compulsion that he's like, his focus is strictly on finding as much information as he can.
With a natural 20, you find the head of the Khan and all the little details, the level of intricacy in the jewelry and the hair pieces and the head pieces sort of match that this would be Agde Khan, this would be royalty of the Khaganate. And you search around.
Thank you for the hydrate.
Thank you for the hydrate. In one corner, you find little bits of the shattered glass and remnants of like some sort of arcane residue left behind. A little mark. Other than that, Other than that, you find a singular feather tipped in iridescent purple, hidden in a corner nobody would think to look. And only because you were laser focused with that natural 20, you find that single feather sitting there in a crack between like an impossible space. And you've seen a similar one before.
Same feather that was
An eagle feather.
And he did
Almost
tell
like
us where he
taunting-
lives.
He left a taunting invitation, essentially, to whoever came to investigate, to come to the Eagle's Nest, Alamut.
Let's go kill a fucker.
Other than that, there's nothing else that you can tell.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, once I do the investigation, I'll head back down and rejoin everybody else.
Do you bring the head?
No.
Damn, dude, no head.
No need. The guy's dead.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere, to be fair.
That's not what Derek is focused on.
Stage is yours. You have a little bit of time, or do you want to head straight for the emergency council meeting?
I will clear things until I have to go.
Healing and rescuing
Alright.
people until it's time.
Makes sense. You guys focus on helping the common people, Musa?
Musa helps for a few minutes, like in the immediate aftermath of the earthquake, and then inevitably there's some dead bodies, and nobody's really gonna be paying attention in the middle of all this. So what's done is done. Somebody needs to make use of their gold.
You're a horrible person, okay? You're searching dead bodies in the aftermath of the disaster?
Yep.
What are you rolling for it?
Oh, what do you want? Sleight of hand or?
How quiet are you trying to be as everybody is...
I think he's just pulling dead bodies out of the wreckage, and as he's like carrying them out and putting them down, he's also just like slipping a hand in the pocket, pulling out what he can.
Unless you're trying to not be subtle at all.
It's 22.
It's not your first rodeo, and to be fair, a lot of people are stunned. They're gossiping about what the fuck is going on. They're tending to... Everybody's busy. It's a perfect opportunity, and Jim is ecstatic. He's had a nice day. There's adrenaline. There's drama. Jim's happy. And now there's gold at the end of it all. You find... Let's see here. Roll me 5d12.
I personally feel like a terrible person, but also... It's Musa.
It's what my character would do.
I mean, it's a perfect opportunity to rob some graves. 28.
Okay, you find 28 gold pieces worth of trinkets, jewelry, cash. Things people will miss.
Perfect.
You rolled pretty bad.
Yeah, I rolled 2 1s.
All right. If there is nothing else, eventually the streets are cleared, people are ushered home to tend to the sick and the wounded. The riots are stopped. In the council sits Timur Malik. There's Bungu Ilnara. There's a woman that you're not sure who it is sitting next to the Sultan along with his wife. There is a scientist known as Ibn al-Hatir. I'll give you all the names later. Don't worry about it. And there's also 2 viziers next to him. So there's like a big council sort of meeting and discussing what they're doing. They start by discussing essentially the fall of Merv, the impending danger of the Cognate, and they start thinking of what they should be doing. Should they be going to battle? Should they be holding up in the city? Or get help from other cities? And there's all sorts of militaristic discussions going on, along with the fact that the sudden revelation that Hassan Sabah, this guy that was supposed to be dead several decades ago, is suddenly alive, and they're all panicking and sort of discussing. This is an opportunity for you to either learn information or nudge people in a certain direction if you want something to occur. Depends on what you want to do.
Nikum, in a lull in the conversation, Nikuman will bring up, is Hassan Sabah provoking the Cognate? Is he like drawing them here? Is he playing every side against all sides?
It is an astute observation. It's something that they bring up and discuss. bringing the head of the Khan, putting it in the city itself, would incite the horde to come even more angrily, even more. It could go either way. If whoever's left in charge, or whoever, through the way that they decide their succession, whoever is the next person in charge can decide to either leave the body or the head where it is, retreat because they're scared, or be incised.
Incited?
Incited to come and attack the city even more aggressively.
Now
It
above the
definitely doesn't put
table,
the city at a good place.
this it was a little bit confusing to me. There's 2 current Khans, and this was the Khan's brother.
Agade Khan was the one who was in charge. Hulagu was in charge. He's like the king type figure, and then you have Hulagu, which is the general type figure. Hulagu the general is in Merv. He has taken over without any bloodshed. Him and his horse riders have sort of occupied that city. Agade's head is now in Merv. Agade would be higher ranking than Hulagu, but now with his death, he's probably the next best option.
Would there be anything we can do to convince the Cognate to not attack? He will ask the council.
Anything you can do to convince the Cognate not to attack? Interesting. Well, if you have existing connections, I mean, it's like an impossible, it's a very difficult task, to be fair. They had their messengers killed. It's an insulting act. They had their Khan's head brought into the city, assassinated, left there. It's just adding gasoline to a fire, you know?
It is a little late, but what if we return the head? Along with an offer to kill the person responsible.
Could be an option to discuss. Although we don't know how well it's going to go. You see, the Sultan...
Send a messenger you don't like.
Lord. You see, the Sultan gets a worried look. Well, desperate times, I guess. We shall try to discuss the politics and how best to handle this. But you, he sort of points to the group of you, I would like to hunt down Hassan Sabah. Whatever remnants of his influence, especially starting with this city. And if we can start to clear the city, if we can move and operate without him knowing whatever it is, secret knowledge that we do not want the Hashashin to know, then maybe we can mobilize a force against Alamut, offer him up as a sacrificial lamb to appease the Cognate.
Do you know where Alamut is?
It is, well, I wouldn't say well known, but those who can study can find it on a map. I can point it out for you. Give me a second. Alamut would be... There you go. Over here. Can't ping. Why can't I ping? This is so rude. I'm just gonna circle it. Wow, it's not letting me. If you look at number 40 up here in these mountains, this one. Letting me draw or anything. It's crazy. But yes, it's up here. It's a hidden hill behind a mountain range, not usually visited. But there are rumors of a ruins or some sort of crumbling structure there. Last anybody knows of it.
Approximately how many assassins were there at Hassan Sabah's showing?
Approximately how many assassins?
Yeah, you said they were spread out on all the roofs.
You can give me some sort of intelligence check. It's going to be hard to get an estimate, but
I mean, a rough estimate. I don't need an exact count.
easily more than 50. Maybe not as many as like 200-300.
It's a natural 20 for a 19.
Yeah.
Dang.
He has 100 plus assassins at his beck and call. Varying levels of training from what you know. Some of them could be like trainees, some of them can be fedai.
Nikaman will say to the council, the mood of the crowd was a little iffy. It almost seemed like they were celebrating the death of the Khan. We need to make it clear to the people that killing the Khan will bring him here, and then they intentionally ruin the city as well. We need to make it clear that the assassins did this to us and might even ruin the city yet.
It would be good to offer a different narrative so that the common people are not flocking to their cause. He has opened his gates to whoever wants to seek refuge from the deluge. He has, if anybody is sympathetic to his cause, he will have volunteers, people gathering to build him his army. We shall try our best, but it's a big city.
Oh. If even a few people are dissuaded, it's for the best.
Better than nothing.
You have spies.
Something?
Do you have spies?
Yes, I do.
Could
Why do
any
you
of
ask?
them pretend to be faithful to Hassan's cause? To figure out who is organizing people going back to Alamut?
I suspect, what with his arcane knowledge, there are rumors of mind reading and such being some of them. I can try to send some of my better agents and see how far they get. But know this, that area is territory controlled by him. This Castle Alamut is far enough from any of the major cities that sending people there is not a guarantee that they will come back safely.
I'm asking about in the city. There's going to be people who are likely organizing efforts of like, usually with stuff like this, there's like a whisper
Recruitment?
campaign where people are like, hey, maybe we should check out Castle Alamut, and they go, hey, I know a guy you should talk to, kind of thing.
Yeah, that could be yeah. He'll see if he can get some information on that. Good point. I will send a few of my agents to see if they can pick up any such information on the streets.
If you do, I would very much like to question them. And Musa's going to crack his knuckles.
Banglunar is always like, me first. And she sort of copies you. Is there anything you guys want to ask that comes to mind right now?
Bad cop, bad cop.
Bad cop, worst cop.
I just think as a point of order, my disguise self is probably. Well, no, I already said I dropped it, so I'm trying to not be in the center of attention. So I'm trying
Gotcha.
to be behind everybody else, since I now look like my regular self.
Got it. We'll see how that goes. If there's
So-
nothing else,
There's one thing. What's the thoughts with Alamud? Send an army, fight him head on.
I mean, right now their current priority is to protect the city from the Khaganate that's going to come from Earth, they might be able to send a small fighting force to clear out Alamut, but only if they're sure that they won't lose all their men in the process, because soldiers are hard to come by and train in the first place. And that would be the nest of vipers. That's their home ground, right?
Well, there was
Sending soldiers to march there. He said if you are able to find specific information, at some point he might be willing to muster up a small force to send to try and take them out, because they don't have any other options right now.
Well, there was 100 or more of them just here in this city. I don't think us, the Oasis Road Caravanneers, can march in there by ourselves.
Certainly
So
not alone.
Yeah.
I think if we try and clear the city of assassins, then that'll thin the ranks.
At the very least, it gives you the chance to be able to work and move and make plans without possibly somebody spying on you every step of the way. But I think it's a good place for you to ponder and come back to it in a week's time, shall we say. I think that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed a little something different. I was excited about this part, but I think let's end right now. Work, Quest, and Jest, this is the Herald of Rain campaign. We just hit one of the peaks. So if you're excited and want to see more, check out our previous episodes on YouTube or follow us on Discord.
Now, personally, I've only ever been in the tiniest of earthquakes ever, and that still freaked me out.
Oh, well, they're fun. It kind of feels like the floor is doing like a wave. It's
Never been in an earthquake.
Oh, okay. So
Terrifying.
I've experienced a few in my lifetime. So the floor literally ripples and undulates in them. There was a big one when I was a kid out here. The Nisqually quake was like I think it was a 6.8, which isn't like, it's not like deadly, but like some buildings were severely damaged in around Seattle. There's been some smaller ones more recently. One that I specifically remember, I heard it coming because I was sitting in bed with my head against the wall, and I could hear this whoa, 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 and then it started getting louder and faster, and then everything started shaking. But yeah, you don't want to move during an earthquake. You want to stay where you are, because you'll get knocked off your feet.
I hoped I did justice to a sense of urgency, a sense of panic, because that's what it's supposed to incite at this part. But
yeah, the only earthquake I was in, all it felt like was a big truck drove by my house. You just went, what the hell was that? And I think that was like a 2.5.
Yeah, just subscriber.
Oh yeah,
I've similar experience, right? I used to live in an apartment building. I think we're on like the 9th floor, and then I'm just sitting at my desk, and then my chair starts doing this. I'm like, huh, that's really weird.
No, I've never been to
I have
one.
to go.
Go ahead.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll close off.
Yeah.
All right. If you want to do more discussions on earthquakes and experiences, join our Discord. I have never been in one. Share how it works, I guess.
I am a geology nerd.
We can tell, Booty. We can tell. With love. If you want to see our other campaigns, we do several, not just 2 times a week, sometimes 3 times a week. On Tuesdays, alternate Tuesdays. I don't think we're playing this Tuesday, but the week after that. We have our When Nine Lights Rise, run by Amber, who just left, and we have Viridia Roots of Ruin, run by Booty on Wednesdays. Always at the same time, same channel. We'll be happy to have you join us, and we're looking forward to hitting 200 followers. And if you help us get there, thank you so much for sticking around, and we'll think of some ideas of what fun shenanigans we want to come up with in the meantime.
If you got ideas, put them on Discord.
Hell yeah. Help us. We need the help to brainstorm. We should be looking for a raid right about now, Booty.
Yeah,
Do you have some?
the couple that I've checked out have all been ending right as I've found them. So give me 2 seconds.
Oh dear. Oh, good. There is. I wonder if Captain Robert.
Earthquakes are freaky.
Yeah, I can tell.
Well,
I don't know.
earthquakes are one of the reasons I'm glad I live in a place where the air hurts my face half the year. No earthquakes, no hurricanes, no crocodiles.
Yeah, I'm
There
in
you go.
Singapore. We don't have any natural disasters.
We're going to
No?
be raiding Donkey
Nothing.
Fu. He's currently running some community one-shots.
All right. Let's go give him a shout.
Show him some love. We will see you all back here on Wednesday for Roots of Ruin, hopefully. I have to work Wednesday, so that might be up in the air now. I'm hoping I can get the prep done before then. But in the meantime, check out Donkey Fu. We'll see you all back here at some point in time. And we love you all, and all that's left to say is
Bye.
bye, everybody.
Bye.